Tonight, 11 investigates programs and institutions to help troubled teens. Now, we found out some passed up on tens of thousands of dollars in pandemic relief money despite needing it the most. Our investigator, Angie Moreski, dug into the numbers and joins us now with more on what she found out about this. Angie.
Well, David, it is really surprising. This was part of the billions in pandemic relief money from the American Rescue Plan to help school districts recover from the impact of COVID. There was so much money to go around. Some of it was set aside for programs to help troubled youth.
These are programs designed to help the most troubled kids in our society. Group homes taking in teens with nowhere else to go. Detention centers holding kids who commit serious crimes. The need is great. So why would these important programs decline much needed financial help?
We left that money on the table. I don't know if I dropped the ball, but I certainly didn't catch it.
John Bukovic is founder of Alternative Living Solutions in Westmoreland County.
They have their own bedroom. They're responsible for making their own meals,
which provides transitional living for troubled kids like those aging out of foster care.
There were 8 grants and it totaled $120,000.
At first, Bukovic didn't remember getting any notification about the money, but after a search of his email, found one message, and it didn't give him much time.
All this was coming at a avalanche speed.
The email came on a Friday afternoon in August of 2021.
Stating that, hey, there's this money available. You got 3 days to respond to our request.
He had to accept by Monday.
I'm not sure what the strings attached were or what I was going to have to do for it or to report on it or how to do it.
So he declined.
So you turned it down?
Well, we did. We did, and
do you regret that now?
That's a matter of hindsight, I guess. Hindsight's always 20/20.
As part of American Rescue Plan funding, the Pennsylvania Department of Education allocated $20 million to 179 programs for neglected and delinquent youth statewide. Of those, 21 declined their share. Surprisingly, the overwhelming majority, 15, were from southwestern Pennsylvania, including that $120,000 for Alternative Living Solutions, $22,000 for Girls Hope of Pittsburgh and Coraopolis, nearly $400,000 for outside-in schools in Westmoreland, about $300,000 for Schumann Detention Center in Allegheny County, which is now closed, and $164,000 for the Westmoreland County Youth Shelter and Youth Services Center.
When I called you a half hour ago, you hadn't heard of this?
I had not, no.
What's your reaction?
I can't believe that we would ever leave money on the table.
Westmoreland County Commissioner Doug Chu said he was stunned to learn the county was offered $164,000 but didn't take it.
I will have to do some inspections to figure out where that money was coming from and where or who may have dropped the ball.
Again and again.
It was declined, so we're trying to find out why.
People we contacted didn't remember getting any notice of the money, including Executive Director of Girls Hope of Pittsburgh, Tom Weezy. He told us the money would have been incredibly helpful, but said he was not even aware they declined it.
Was there just one email?
Not just one, my goodness, no. It's been a
multiple.
Variety. Yeah, multiple.
We talked with the state leaders in charge of distributing the money. They insisted information on the grants was well communicated.
We really were trying to get everything out there and make sure everybody had the opportunity.
Are you surprised that they say they would have wanted the funds but didn't realize and never got the notice or didn't see the notice?
Yeah, I am somewhat surprised.
But something wasn't adding up.
Did you get to the bottom of it?
No.
We followed up with Westmoreland Commissioner Chu, who was determined to find out why the money was declined.
The people that usually get emails that there is funding available, none of us have a record of any email.
One potential problem, the state tells 11 Investigates these facilities were not able to directly accept the funds from the Department of Education. They had to go through a school district or intermediate unit to accept on their behalf. And that, it appears, is where there was some breakdown in communication.
It does take a coordination of services to ensure that funding is accepted and driven out on their behalf.
Who dropped the ball here?
I think they did a poor job communicating this to the people that were outside of traditional education routes.
Well, this is our all-purpose room that I told you about. This is where we do our tutoring.
Unfortunately, the window for these facilities to accept the funds closed in August of this year, leaving many who wish they had more information frustrated by the missed opportunity.
Westmoreland County has one of the only remaining juvenile detention and shelter programs in the entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I promise you, we could have used that money to do a lot of good.
And Westmoreland County and ALS both say they would like another chance to get those funds. The state tells us they are in the process of determining how they will reallocate the money, but David, no word yet on who will get it.
So Angie, does it look like they still have a shot at getting it?
Well, that is still unclear. The state told us it was possible when we interviewed them, since the programs were originally allocated the funds, but in several follow-ups since, DOE has been very evasive about giving us an answer. Even Commissioner Chu is still waiting to hear back. We will stay on it and we'll let you know what happens. Angie Moreski, Channel 11 News.